Every year, 92 million tons of clothing gets tossed into landfills. The fashion industry alone is responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions. Thrift stores are flooded with donated clothes, but a sad reality is that not everything gets repurposed or reused. From repurposing and sourcing out previously loved vintage clothing to using eco-friendly materials and hand-making pieces in-store, these 3 local businesses know what it takes to challenge the way people consume and care for their clothing.
I would say sustainability, not just how long the clothing wear, which is really important to us. We try and have, the highest quality materials that we can find. They're all natural fibers. We're very conscientious of the eco-friendliness of the material as well. So we try not to buy too much cotton unless it's organic cotton.
Right.
And try and find alternatives because cotton is really hard on plant.
Yeah,
It takes water.
So our first is craft without compromise. Our second is leave it better. Our third is educated approach, lead with integrity, and made for longevity.
I think sustainability to me can be many things. I think there's the way it's marketed in the mainstream, but to me it's sort of, I like to romanticize almost everything I do. It's easy to find that in old things,
Great.
and almost the sustainability is almost, again, just a bonus to it.
Yeah.
I think there's like a soul to these old things. For me, I'm always buying old things, always shopping secondhand. So I think just being really thoughtful about what you're buying.
Yeah.
And
the story of it.
exactly, and how things are made if you're buying new, of course,
Right.
is also something that's important for that entire movement and seems to be becoming more popular.
So sustainability is one of those words that can lose meaning and gain meaning. So we define sustainability by other words. So for example, we talk about stewardship. So that is being mindful of where we are getting our resources and how we're managing them, and also in how we're producing our garments. So focusing on, for example, North American production, and limiting the amount of CO2 that we're producing when developing our clothes. And then also circularity. So choosing timeless pieces that will last a long time. So the idea is that they'll last in your wardrobe forever and be a part of their lives. Also, we support the longevity of the piece. So we offer repairs for our garments or accessories that you buy from us. And we also offer fabric care products, and also host mending workshops once a month in our store. So the idea is just educating on how to take care of your clothes once you get it.
Sustainability for me is sort of like a whole lifestyle, really. Like you make do with what you have, you mend it, or you go without. I've built my wardrobe over many years, and I buy quality pieces, natural fibers, neutral colors, things that'll last.
Does that influence how you shop when you do shop for new clothing?
I don't shop for new clothing, actually. I don't like it. It's gross. It's terrible quality. And I just refuse to do it. I mean, I could go to Holt Renfrew and pay $700 for a blouse, where the same blouse is actually like $9.99 in H&M, and it's just gross, right? So I actually had students that were from China, and their folks had a shoe factory, and they made shoes for like Payless and Louboutin. They were the same shoe, just with a different bottom, you know. So I don't buy new clothes.
For me, I'm out there in the world. 95% of the things we sell in here are me just sort of going out in the world and finding it. I do a lot of road trips. I feel like that's almost why I started this. There's very few times I go through the racks and take stuff down. I try to stand by what I picked. Yeah, and sometimes maybe to the detriment of shoppers who come here often. You never know. But we do sew and repair items.
So amazing.
In the shop. So oftentimes, like the other day, there's this really long floral dress kind of dated that I love that no one else cared about. So I took it and I just made it into like a crop top and a dress. Yeah. Or sorry, a skirt. And made a little set out of it.
So I do all of the cutting and pattern drafting, and we design together. Because the company's been around for 13 years, we've got a really big back catalog of designs and patterns. So when we are thinking about something new, we usually are able to pull like kind of a base pattern from our back stock and go, okay, we want to tweak this here and here and here.
Right.
We do everything by hand, so we don't use like design computer programs.
Right, so it's all cutting and so many.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're making the pattern. Usually we just have a couple of new colors that we
Amazing.
this season.
Yeah.
So we're conscientious of
I love
all genders, all sizes.
Yeah.
We actually can do custom fitting for clothing, which is I think fairly unique. So if something needs to be tweaked fit-wise for people, we can do that.
That's awesome. I think that.
So we try and focus on like North American sourcing. With our merino wool, we get it from Australia and New Zealand. With our cotton, we get it from climate regenerative farms in California and also India. Unfortunately, cotton is one of those fibers that you can't grow in Canada because it needs a really hot, dry environment to grow, which we just don't have here. We also source our camel hair from Egypt, and basically the way that they sort of harvest that is they wait for the shedding cycle for the camels, let it all fall into clumps, and then they'll wash it, comb it, and thread it into the yarn. And then we get our other wool from Portugal and also Australia and New Zealand.
We want things to be worn for years, and we also, we use, as I think I said, we try and use like as high quality material as we can. So that cuts down on, the fast turnover of the clothing. For instance, our bamboo cotton, we've been in business for 13 years, and we've been using that fabric the whole time. It's this one.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
And seeing things not come back as in return, people wearing them into the store after like 7-8 years, and they look the same. It's really
Amazing.
fabric, and nothing goes in the landfill. So we try and use like our underwear. We sometimes will cut out of our scraps.
Right. Oh,
Pieces like that, but anything I can't use, we hold on to, and we either donate to artists or like schools.
I love it. That's amazing. Awesome.
I think a lot of people embraced secondhand during that time. Maybe it was more time spent on the internet and seeing it happen. But it seems like, I used to do markets in the 2010s, and it was always very niche thing.
Right.
Vintage, it still is in some ways, in certain pieces. But I think there's just like such a wider audience coming in all the time. Like people I never would have thought would be into vintage are coming through and shopping and buying things. So it's been kind of cool to see it become a bit more popular in all crowds.
In all kind of like demographics.
Yeah, exactly. So I for sure noticed like a massive growth in like the types of people. It's more widely accepted.
Yeah,
So
and
possibly.
that's good. Yeah, that must feel like that.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm not good at gatekeeping.
I find there is still like a really big disconnect between the customer and the product. So I find a lot of people don't understand why things are priced the way that they are, especially in like this day and age of fast fashion where you can buy a full outfit for like $20. They don't realize that like those clothes will disintegrate and like be thrown out after a few wears. So they really don't understand when we say we make products for life, like the clothing that you buy, if you care for it and you look after it, it will last a very long time. And what we do is we basically just try to like build a wardrobe for people that will last their entire lives. We focus on like timeless like pieces. We don't really want to follow trends because we want these clothes to last.
Staying sustainable can be expensive. It is not always accessible to everyone all of the time. There is, however, a joy in having an article of clothing that is timeless and can be passed down from generations. Exploring what works for you is very important. Style is personal, so the way you shop should be too. The way you recycle, care, and clean for your clothes also can be a part of being sustainable. Donating old clothes and fabrics to thrift stores or fixing your clothes when there is damage. All of these aspects will help you create a personal, stylish, and sustainable wardrobe that will last you. These amazing local businesses are really what makes Victoria the city that it is. With select stores that specialize in making their own clothing, it's an incredible and creative way of staying sustainable. Buying secondhand gives love to old clothes, and it also helps keep clothing out of the landfill. Secondhand shopping also allows someone to really challenge their personal style in experimenting with a piece of clothing that normally wouldn't be their style. Can you walk us through what you're wearing today?
Brought these fancy pants.
So my pants are our Frankie trouser.
A rather distressed slip dress from the 30s.
My jeans are from an Australian jean brand called Just Jeans.
The sweatshirt and little shirt under here are thrift store from the boys section. I shop in the boys section because I'm small.
I've got my mom's old wedding ring watch that doesn't work.
And our merino crew neck pullover, so it's 100% merino oiled wool.